What's up, YouTube? It's Jordan with J-Dubs Aquatics. Today I want to do a quick equipment overview on the 75-gallon reef tank build. I want to talk a little bit about the equipment that I have and the things that I need still, and basically let you know everything that you're going to need to start up a reef tank and do it the right way. So first things first, it's a 75-gallon Marineland corner flow tank. I have a brand new stand already. It's not a reef ready stand, so I do have that one support beam that's a little bit in the way that I'll have to work around. But otherwise it's a brand new stand, so I had to use it. I couldn't just go spend another $300 whatever dollars on a stand. The sump is a DIY sump out of a Marineland 30-gallon tank, 30-gallon long I should say. The return pump is going to be a JBO DC 9000. I'm still not sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. The skimmer, somebody sent me a free protein skimmer off of a Facebook group, and all I had to pay was the shipping. So I have a Redline, Precision Marine Redline 100 skimmer for the new setup, and that's an in-sump skimmer. Lighting, I have two Chinese LED 165 watt full spectrum panels. Right now my plan is to do some type of extra tall canopy that I can mount the lights in, because I really don't want to have them dangling over the tank from those thin wires. I've heard stories of a few people, known one guy, you guys probably know Willie D Aquatics, had one actually, because the wires weren't crimped together properly, one disc fell and went right into his reef tank, and luckily his unplugged from the power supply before it hit the water. But I just don't like the idea of having them dangling, so I'm going to try to probably do a custom canopy. Live rock, I've got my live rock from this tank already here. I've got about 50 pounds in there, and I'm going to get about 50 more pounds of dry rock. Some will be going in the sump, but a majority of that will be going into the display. Sand, I'm going to throw my sand away from in here. I don't want to deal with the possibilities of what could be living in there, you know, nitrates trapped in there and all that crap. So I'm going to go with a thin sand bed in the display. So probably just, you know, plain old white sand like this. I'm going to be going with the probably Carib Sea live sand. For flow, I have my JBO RW4s. I'm going to order an RW8, and I'm going to put the RW8 and one of the RW4s in the display. Maybe both the RW4s, we'll see. But if not, one of the RW4s will be going down into the sump and keeping the water moving in my skimmer's chamber so nothing settles in there. So that's for the flow. I have a couple other cheap power heads laying around I can always throw in if I need a little more flow here and there. Heaters, I'm going to go with the Finex controllable heater. It's got an external controller. It's what I'm using on this tank right now. You can't see it because it's behind the tank, but that's what I'm using on here right now. I've really liked it. The temperature is very accurate and very stable and very reliable. So I'm going to get another one of those, and the only difference is I'm going to also add a backup heater to this next setup. I've never had a heater malfunction in here yet, but, you know, knock on wood, heater malfunction could wipe out a tank very quickly. So my plan is to get a backup heater that's just like an Aqueon that you can turn the knob up and down for your temperature. And I'm going to set that about 2 degrees below what my main heater runs at, and that way if my main heater ever fails, my backup heater will kick on, and the most the temp will ever drop is 2 degrees. So that's my plan for the heater. Refugium Light. I was budgeting about $50–$60 for this, but I'm just thinking I'm going to use the T5 Core Life that I have now. And I know the bulbs are going to be more expensive, but I really think I'm going to get better results out of the growth in my Chaeto with that. So that's my plan right now for the Refugium Light. I have a Fastband Reactor 150. It's going to be running carbon and GFO, and that'll be running out of the sump. I have a Tunzi auto top off, and that will be in the return section of my sump, keeping the level constant in there. I have two BRS dosing pumps that I have not used yet because I had an LPS die off with the brown jelly, and I don't use enough calcium and alkalinity to get my dosing pumps out, hook them up. My water changes replenish the nutrients that these take up. So, but I do have those in case I get into SPS down the road, which I do have plans of doing. I'm going to get a Maxi Jet and throw it down in the return section to keep the water moving in there as well. Trying to think if I missed anything here, but you know, I don't think so. That about covers just about everything for the tank. So you know, my total cost here, I haven't quite added it up yet. I still have a few things to buy, but I've got very lucky with the getting the free protein skimmer, just the cost of shipping. And my sump build actually came in about $100 under budget as well. So I'll be doing another video of the overall cost of this, but this is just an equipment overview on what I'll be running on the new tank. And I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys learned something from this. As always, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and happy fish keeping.